Hello everybody and welcome back to what is the first midweek prediction video of the season. Yeah, we're up to game week 8. Playing along on the Superbru website, of course. Last week, top scorer with 16.5 points was Newton Abbey, 11. Closely followed by Nonny on 13 points. How that affects the overall leaderboard now on Superbru website, well, 81.5 points for Newton Abbey, 11. Of course, getting the yellow cap, but it's all about game week 8. These fixtures to be played on Tuesday the 1st of October and Wednesday the 2nd of October. We kick things off at Turf Moor where Burnley entertain Plymouth. Plymouth having an excellent win on the weekend with that 3-1 victory over Luton Town on Friday evening, and Burnley being held to a draw surprisingly by Oxford United at Oxford. But in this one, I think Burnley at home, currently 4th in the table, will want to get back to winning ways, and I think they will. And I think they'll come away with a 2-0 scoreline. Moving on, we head to the Cardiff City Stadium where I'll be in attendance, fortunately or unfortunately, taking on a Millwall side who gained a very good victory themselves against Preston 3-1, and Cardiff woeful, taking the lead against Hull City but succumbing to pressure from Hull and losing 4-1 at the end. Defensively, Cardiff look all over the place, slightly better going forward under the new management team there, although it's not permanent, just caretaker in this one. Can Cardiff get anything? Gods look like it'll be a victory to Millwall with Neil Harris returning to his former club, but you know what, I'm going to go for a draw in this one. Maybe in attendance will give the Bluebirds a little bit of luck, and I can see this one ending at 1-1. Then we move to the Ricoh Arena where Coventry City, terrible form at the moment, take on a Blackburn Rovers side who are currently in 3rd position on 15 points. Coventry really got to pull something out of the bag. I think they will. I think they've got that Blackburn sequence is win, draw, win, draw, win, draw, win. I'm going to take a draw in this one, so I think it'll end up Coventry 1, Blackburn Rovers 1. Then we move to Kenilworth Road where Luton Town, what is happening with their results? A loss in the last match on Friday evening, as I said, against Plymouth. Oxford getting that great draw, so it looked to me that there could be a draw in this one again, but Luton at home, yeah, I'm going to have to go for a draw in this one. I would favour Luton, but I will go for another scoreline of 1-1. We then move to London, Loftus Road, where QPR take on Hull City. Hull City now back-to-back wins after a bit of an indifferent start. A great 4-1 victory against Cardiff. And QPR, a loss against Blackburn Rovers there at Ewood Park. Prior to that was 4 draws in 5 matches. Let's be another draw. Now I fancy QPR to take all 3 points in a 2-1 victory. We then move on to Bramall Lane where Sheffield United, being held against bottom but one side Portsmouth in last match, take on Swansea, who took the lead against Bristol City in that 7-side or 7 estuary derby, you could say, against the Wurzels. 1-1 of course. You know what, I think the Blades probably going to be too strong for the Jacks in this one. I'm going to go for a 2-0 victory to Sheffield United there. Then we move up to the Stadium of Light, also this one on Tuesday. Sunderland suffering defeat for the 2nd time in 3 matches against Watford, and Derby now is back-to-back losses against Norwich and Sheffield United. Sunderland under lights, midweek match. I think they'll all take all 3 points in a narrow 1-0 win. Then we move on to a very tasty tie in the form of West Brom taking on Middlesbrough. West Brom, surprisingly, you could say, losing away against Sheffield Wednesday 3-2. I think they were 2-0 down in that match as well. And Middlesbrough, a very good victory against Stoke City, but Stoke City all at sea at the moment. Tight one this one, but I think West Brom will take all 3 points. I think Middlesbrough will score, but I think the Baggies will win 2-1. We then move on to the Wednesday fixtures where Bristol City take on Sheffield Wednesday. Where'd you go with this one? Sheffield Wednesday, an excellent win against West Brom. That was at home. Bristol City drawing away against the Jacks. look to play more on the front foot at home, you'd say, at Ashton Gate. But I'm going to go for a draw. Sheffield Wednesday will probably be full of confidence after that victory against the Baggies, so I'm going to go for a 1-1 draw. We then move on to Carrow Road, where Norwich take on Leeds. Leeds now 4 wins in their last 5, and Norwich 3 wins in the last 4, and a good 3-2 victory against Derby, but probably a little bit disappointed to concede 2 goals in that match. A little bit fortunate with one of their goals, Norwich, as well. I think Leeds are going to take all 3 points in a 3-1 victory. Yeah, I think it's Perot getting amongst the goals, Nonto as well. They're looking really good at the moment, Leeds. We then move on to Preston North End, taking on a Watford side who did ever so well with that victory against the Black Cats of Sunderland. And Preston now only 1 win in the 7 matches that they've played. A defeat last time out against Millwall. Watford get anything. To me, this is going to end up in a draw, but I think the Hornets will come away with all 3 points in a 2-1 victory. And the final fixture of these midweek fixtures sees Stoke City take on Portsmouth. Portsmouth, good value with their point against Burnley. Stoke in disarray. More than favouring a draw because Portsmouth haven't won this season. But I think they'll get their first victory of the season. And I can see Portsmouth coming away with a 1-0 scoreline. So those are my predictions for these midweek fixtures. Make sure you leave your predictions over at the Superbru website. All the details are in the description. But for now, enjoy these midweek fixtures and I'll see you all in the next video.